Good evening. It is Tuesday, February 28th. Welcome to the North Brookfield Selectmen's meeting. I call this meeting to order. All rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the Board of Selectmen meeting on January 17th. And
So moved. Second.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Sorry.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for the Selectmen's meeting of January 27th.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of Tuesday, February 14th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We had one for July 19th.
Which one?
July 19th?
Oh, there it is.
That one's just you and John.
And then I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for Tuesday, July 19th, 2022.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Oh, before I forget, if everybody that's present could please put the tables and chairs back the way you found them when you leave, that would be fantastic. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve general warrant number 1045 for $120,455.31. School warrant number 1044 for $82,402.27. Payroll warrant number 18 for $331,632.97.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next thing is a reserve fund request, $3,600 for to be transferred to fire building. The amount requested will be used for drawings for the refurbishment of the buildings. This expenditure is extraordinary and unforeseen. This funding was only available for the current fire department building.
Oh, so moved.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion?
No.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This is the warrants that we signed.
You need a new pen.
It's not working on that paper, that's all. All right, old business. We have a contract with Fuss and O'Neill for the, regarding amendment for services for engineering, design, permitting, bidding assistance, and construction of Cider Mill Road Bridge replacement at Coys Brook. Letter says the project has been under review by Mass DOT under the Chapter 85 bridge review process. As part of the process, several tasks were required by Mass DOT to evaluate the project. Task 900 was originally required by the Conservation Commission and approved by a change order by the town of North Brookfield. This work has not been completed, and we are recommending carrying this task forward to this new contract. Task 1100 was requested by Mass DOT and completed by Fuss and O'Neill. This task was not included in our previous contract. And funding for that task is being requested herein. Tasks 1300 includes costs for meetings in coordination with Mass DOT to complete the Chapter 85 review process. This is a new task. The following is a description of the new tasks identified. you want me to read the whole thing? No? All right. All right. So total for this amendment, you have preparation of the wood turtle protection plan, FEMA no-rise H&H calculations, Mass DOT Chapter 85 coordination and meetings, and the total is $34,275. I'll entertain a motion to sign the amendment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
I know we talked about we talked about whether or not we were gonna redo the plans. Is that what this is?
This is to not redo the
We were not
plans.
gonna
We're sticking
redo
This
with
is
it.
not, okay, that's what my understanding.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yes, all in favor.
Yep.
I am in favor. Just wanted to clarify, because I know there's like
All
a
right.
question mark there.
Right. Board of Health recycle policy. You wanna take that?
I guess I should. So I brought this to the board a couple weeks ago, and I think there were some questions for approving policy, so I just am here to answer any questions. This was like a standing thing that we've had for, the previous one was adopted in 1997, so I figured it might be time for a little bit of revision. It's effectively the same, it says the same thing, it's just worded with some updated numbers, more sort of current applications and products, but effectively it's just recommending that in any case practicable and possible and affordable to use the recycled products, and then other things that are stated in the policy.
How does the policy require us to purchase recycled products?
No, it's to the
So-
maximum extent practicable, so obviously we want everybody to purchase as often and as they possibly can.
So affordability's allowed.
Yeah.
My question was with highway, was putting recycled oil in vehicles. And that's where it exempts that because it voids warranties when you do that. A lot of
Okay.
vehicles require a certain.
So it would not be practical. And
Right.
I didn't, Jason actually read the whole thing and he pointed that out, it exempts him from that in the vehicles.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept the recycled product procurement policy.
So moved.
Second?
Motion's made and seconded, any discussion?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do we have something to sign for that, or?
Nope, just the vote.
All right. New business. Okay.
I would like to move that we table this until March 14th, to give the public more time, more notice about removing mail-in ballots for local votes, local voting, and local elections.
So the town clerk put on, was that a motion, or is it something that you would like to do? Because we haven't really talked about it here.
All right, so do you want
I mean,
to,
did you talk about it before?
I sent emails to Tara specifically, but,
Okay.
and Ashley.
So the town clerk was going to come to tonight's meeting, and for some reason she didn't, to ask the board to opt out of vote by mail for the annual town election. The office will be offering absentee and early voting, as well as the polls on election day. And then, I guess the savings would be around $1,000 for, postage and envelopes and stamps and all that stuff.
There was a percentage after she mailed out the ones that wanted, it was only like a 40% return,
60%.
60 of the
Yeah.
ones that she mailed out, so it was a waste of taxpayer money to mail it out if you're not getting
Well-
a return. So it's a stamp, an envelope, she has to do it, and then she has to record what comes back.
Yes.
So that's why she was asking not to do it.
All right, so,
But- Okay, go ahead.
so, well, before we go any further, we need to have a motion for something,
Yes.
so, and
This-
then a second.
Because this requires a public hearing, and we haven't given the public a whole lot of notice, I would like to, I move that we table this until March 14th, which still keeps us within the 45-day mark of deciding prior to the next local election.
I'll second that for discussion purposes. So, so your point about a public hearing? I guess that's why we were originally here. So, I guess, it makes sense to postpone that so we can actually have a public hearing on it and allow the public to ask pertinent questions to the town clerk. So, motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that will be tabled. All right. Request for services. Rural Justice Network. All right. 250 people. What's it for?
We do a third annual Small Town Pride Festival.
We did it last year in West Brookfield very successfully.
Can you, just give us something in writing that tells us what's gonna be, what you're actually doing?
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't receive that.
It just says that the Rural Justice Network is making the request. It doesn't actually say,
I apologize, I wish I could have been on me too. It's music, it's nonprofit vendors, it's just like a,
can you, so it's July 1st, right?
Yep.
Can you get us something for our next meeting?
yes.
Thank you. All right.
Do you by any chance have a copy of our request, because we never got it back?
Yep.
You can have this one if you want.
Thank you.
All right, Town Forest appointment. Andrew Wewell. All right, Andrew Wewell to the Town Forest appointment. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Andrew Wewell to the Town Forest Committee.
So moved.
Second.
All right. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
That's cool.
I'm relatively new to the area. My wife and I moved to Worcester in 2020. Lived there in an apartment for a year. We bought our first home on Cider Mill Road, actually very close to the bridge. And, saw the town forest, just wanted to get involved. Met Jamie a month or two ago, and we were just talking about the area, and he said, hey, I work at the town forest, you should get involved. And I had kind of already thought about it, and so just, we met.
And out of fairness, he has already been working, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, We did a cleanup a few weeks ago on a weekend day and did a little work. So just a way to do something
Nice.
for the area.
You're a wildlife biology consultant?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Who is the town
That's kinda
forest
neat.
committee? Is that Joey? Or is that,
Yeah.
Joey.
do we know who else is on it? I know you are, and Michael. Who else? Joey? I'm just asking
I
because
I don't have the
I
list
don't
with
know
me.
who's on it.
I don't know all of them.
No, okay.
All right. All right, motion's made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Welcome aboard. I believe the town clerk is in her office, so you can go get sworn in. She's there till
7.
7.
She closes the door at 7.
Should I do that?
All right. Brooke, you want to read this next one?
Sure. This is for the library director appointment. Dear Mr. Petritis, the Board of Trustees is pleased to recommend to the Board of Selectmen the appointment of Amy Vasella as acting director of the Haston Free Public Library with a start date of March 1st, 2023. With extensive public library experience in Ware, Ludlow, and Holden, Amy is familiar with day-to-day library operations as well as administrative duties, including supervising staff and volunteers, collection development, program planning, and outreach to schools and community. The title of the acting director will be in place until Amy completes her bachelor's degree in library and information science, anticipated in May 2024. Amy will then continue her educational program and expects to complete a master's degree in library science in 2025. Thank you. Cordially, Margaret Bodine, chairperson.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to appoint Amy Vasella, acting director of the Haston Free Public Library.
So moved.
Second.
All right, did anybody invite Amy here?
I did.
Did she respond?
Well, Peggy Bodine told her that we were going to be appointing her tonight, so I thought she'd be, that,
Can we do it without her here? Because I know we made a thing about that.
Well, but we did with the highway person. If they're, I
Yeah,
think if
this
they're
is-
on the payroll, it's different, right?
yeah. I mean, it would be nice if she was here, but the Board of Trustees are the ones that,
Right.
you know, kind of appointed her already.
All right. Motions are made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Can we ask her to come to the next meeting?
Mhm. I can do that.
All right. I don't see Sheila Orsi.
Oh, I'm sorry, she's not feeling well, so she's going to come next week.
You want to take her place?
I don't know what exactly she was gonna talk about.
Okay. So no then, all right.
Excuse me? Can I ask what type of specifics you would want on that paper?
Just a brief explanation of what you're gonna do,
Okay.
all right?
Yep.
All right, next we have a quick claim deed here for
Collins Road.
Collins Road. It is parcel 19-69-1 on the assessor's map. It's 1.35 acres, more or less. It's the northeast corner of the subject parcel, the intersection of Wake Corner Road and Collins Road. And Jeffrey Pollier is giving us the quick claim. So I'll entertain a motion to accept the quick claim deed from Jeffrey Pollier.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions?
No.
More open space.
More open space. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, fire reports. John, would you mind reading those?
I'll be here a while. Chief Joseph Holloway, monthly reports, January 2022, in the packet. Report submitted for month January 2023. I have received no new applications regarding future members this month. I completed the grant application for $285,000 in hopes of replacing Forestry One, the 1953 Power Wagon. I believe we will be a high priority for this grant. We will know on or about this coming fall if we receive this grant. Fire prevention unit really makes safety a priority in the community. This group of firefighters have really increased the safety programs in town from the school to your back door this past couple of years. There has never been such an aggressive fire prevention unit ever in the history of North Brookfield Fire Department. Unit members are Deputy Chief Darren Anderson, Assistant Chief Keith Marshall, Captain Eric Heavey, firefighter Shane Marrier, firefighter Adam Mercurio, and firefighter Mario Polanco. We are sponsoring the EMT course out of our station at this time, 19 students total. The class is coming to a close and students will be testing with the state soon. We should pick up at least 9 new members to help fill shifts, and many of our firefighters are becoming EMTs. North Brookfield EMS will be hosting EMT classes by Roberge EMS Training Associates. We hope to hold a new class each year to continue to bring EMTs into the system along with new firefighters. Holding this class here in North Brookfield has created a large interest in becoming an EMT. This class sparked interest with students to become a call firefighter here in North Brookfield and other towns. I would like to thank our BOS, Board of Selectmen, FinCom, Tecton, Architects, and the Fire Station Building Committee for the help developing plans for the renovations of the old fire station and highway. January incidents are on the following pages. Thank you. Do we want to read all those?
Just the highlighted words, John.
Fire programs, incident reports by incident type detailed. 111, incident type 111, building fire. There was 1. Incident type 311, medical assist, assist EMS crew, there were 5. Incident type 322, motor vehicle accident with injuries, there was 1. Motor vehicle accident with no injuries, there were 3. Attempted burning, illegal action, there was 1. Assist police or other government agency, there was 1. Cover, assignment, standby, move up, there was 1. False alarm or false call, that's fire alarms, I believe, there were 2. Smoke detector activation due to malfunction, there were 2. And CO detector activation due to malfunction. What was that? There was 1. Smoke detector activation, no fire, unintentional, there was 1 incident. Total number of district incidents were 19.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the fire chief's report.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. So now- Sign that. All right, next thing we have to do is review the motions for the special town meeting. There are 19 of them, and I think the best thing to do is just go in order and take turns reading each one. Article 1, to see if the town will vote to appropriate a sum of money. These are the motions, or the
They're the articles.
the articles,
Yeah.
okay. Article 1. Sorry, we're reviewing the articles, not the motions.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I put motion on
It happens. To see if the town will vote to appropriate a sum of money to be expended with the approval of the Board of Selectmen to pay costs of designing, permitting, and constructing upgrades to the municipal properties located at 56 School Street, 58 School Street, and 65 Donovan Road, including the payment of all costs incidental and related thereto, and further, to see if the town will authorize the treasurer, with the approval of the Select Board, to borrow said amount pursuant to General Law, Chapter 44, Section 7(1), or any other enabling authority for such purpose, and to issue bonds and notes of the town therefore. Provided, however, that any appropriation or borrowing authorization shall be contingent upon passage of a Proposition 2.5 so-called debt exclusion ballot, question pursuant to general laws, chapter 59, section 21CK, or take any other action relative thereto. That's you. Number 2.
Oh, okay, Article 2, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from available funds to highway equipment capital outlay to pay costs of purchasing a tractor mower or take any action relative thereto.
Article 3, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $4,485.60 from the Finance Committee Reserve Fund to the library salaries account, or take any action relative thereto.
Article 4, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $6,000 from Finance Committee Reserve to police overtime or take any action relative thereto.
Article 5, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $120.50 from the Board of Health bacterial analysis to prior year unpaid bills or take any action relative thereto.
Article 6, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $30,000 from free cash to school expenses or take any action relative thereto.
Article 7, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $30,000 from free cash to judgments, settlements to pay for a settlement in a lawsuit filed against the town or take any action relative thereto.
Article 8, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $31,738 from free cash to prior year unpaid bills and further to transfer the sum of $7,262 from free cash to Board of Selectmen, downtown development engineering expenses to pay for costs associated with the Complete Streets project or take any action relative thereto.
Article 9, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from police part-time salary to police overtime or take any action relative thereto.
Article 10, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $400 from Board of Selectmen townhouse repairs to Board of Selectmen office supplies to cover a negative balance or take any action relative thereto.
Article 11, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $333.32 from Board of Selectmen, Selectmen salary to Board of Selectmen general insurance, and further to transfer the sum of $8,435 from Board of Selectmen technology to Board of Selectmen general insurance to cover a negative balance or take any action relative thereto.
Article 12, to see if the town will vote to accept the provisions of MGL Title 7, Chapter 41, Section 19K, additional compensation for town clerk, or take any action relative thereto.
Article 13, to see if the town will vote to accept the provisions of Mass General Law, Title 7, Chapter 41, Section 1B, to have the elected playground committee become an appointed Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Committee to be known as Parks and Recreation, and to further combine Parks and Recreation with Town Beach and Town Forest to create a 5-member committee or take any action relative thereto.
Article 14, to see if the town will vote to establish under Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 53E 1/2, a revolving account for the fees received for planning board hearings and costs associated with those hearings, and to furthermore add this revolving fund to the funds voted on annually, or take any action relative thereto.
Article 15, to see if the town will vote to establish under MGL C44 S53E and 1/2 a revolving account for the fees received for zoning board of appeals and costs associated with those hearings, and to furthermore add this revolving fund to the funds voted on annually, or take any action relative thereto.
Article 16, to see if the town will vote to establish under Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 3, a revolving account for fees received from the lease of storage units at 65 Donovan Road and costs associated with those units, and to furthermore add this revolving fund to the funds voted on annually or take any action relative thereto.
Article 17, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $277,832 from sewer retained earnings to sewer nitrogen reduction project to cover the cost of a nitrogen reduction project or take any action relative thereto.
Article 18, to see if the town will vote to appropriate a sum of money to be expended with the approval of the Board of Selectmen to pay costs of designing and constructing sewer system improvements, including the payment of all costs incidental and related thereto, which amount shall be expended in addition to the 13.1 million previously appropriated by the town for this purpose. And further, to see if the town will authorize the treasurer, with the approval of the select board, to borrow said amount pursuant to GLC 4471 or any other enabling authority for such purpose, and to issue bonds and notes of the town therefore, or take any other action relative thereto.
And Article 19, to see if the town will vote to raise, appropriate, or transfer from sewer enterprise funds a sum of money to pay for costs associated with the sewer upgrade project, or take any action relative thereto. That special town meeting is for March 10th, 2023. It's been duly posted. And those are the articles. I'll entertain a motion to approve those articles.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't think we needed to do
I
that,
don't,
but,
you already approved them when you signed the
Yeah.
warrant, so.
so, anyway.
Just have to
It's
announce
double
them.
approved.
It's double.
Yeah,
Double
double.
approved.
All right. Well, public comment period. Brandon,
Yes,
quick on the draw.
Huh?
Quick on the draw.
As a member of the Conservation Commission, we'd like to work on a policy regarding public use of open space. This be excluding kind of like spaces that already have policies, like the town forest park and the rail trail and stuff like that. So I think it might be good to just have a policy we can just put out there for the public to be aware of the, regarding the use of public, the public on open space, town-owned open space.
Okay.
So,
Like pick up your trash
yeah, things like that,
and dog stuff.
yeah, whatever, no cutting wood without permission, things like that, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of a general overall policy, we could work on it and give it to you for review, whatever, or if you would like to do it that way, or you could work on one and give it to, share ideas or whatever. So,
Okay. Do you want to put that in an email to us?
sure.
That'd be great. And then we can figure out if we're gonna do it or have your committee do it. Anyone else?
I want to speak about our Board of Health, who in conjunction with the Leicester Regional Public Health Coalition put out surveys for children that are beyond inappropriate. These surveys are efforts to groom children through the indoctrination of divisive, inappropriate, and dangerous sexual ideologies. These efforts, if successful, would result in significant harm to children and chaos in schools and communities. It's all about the sexualization of children to change them into something they are not. A vulnerable, unstable parent might misidentify their child as genderqueer, transgender, their words, the Board of Health's words, causing great anguish and mental health problems to their child. The surveys, the senior, the community, the Leicester, they're fine. These are the ones I'm talking about are directed at the children. This is K through 6, kindergarten through 6. Caregiver survey, it's aimed at the parents. Please indicate the number.
Have you approached the Board of Health about it?
I talked to Trevor Brusso at the Leicester Regional,
Trevor's not on the Board of Health.
well, it's in conjunction with them. No, I haven't, but he's here tonight if he wants to. I'm just concerned about this going to the school. Is it there already?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
If you'd like to come to a Board of Health meeting, happy to talk to you about it.
okay, but I wanted the people of North Brookfield to know about this. It says, please indicate the number of male and female children you have next to their appropriate sex. Male, female, non-binary, gender fluid, transgender, gender queer.
They missed asexual.
Huh?
That's right, that's awful. They missed asexual and agender. How dare they?
I don't know what you're talking about. Same thing for 7th and 8th grade, those kind of questions, they go to the parent. The one that go into the high school goes directly to the child. Again, they ask if they're, are you male, female, transgender, non-binary, gender queer, or gender fluid?
Isn't it only 2 minutes?
Okay, and
It is.
the ones I really object, and then they ask the child, are you sexually active? I don't know about anybody in here besides some people, but are you comfortable with asking your child if he or she is sexually active? And what business is it of the Board of Health? And what are they gonna do with this information?
Well, I think that you need to address the Board of Health.
Well, I
And
will.
And if you have concerns at the school, you should address the school.
I'm going to call the
And-
principal.
And, you know, you make some very interesting and valid points.
Yeah.
But I think you need to start with those boards,
Well,
because
okay.
that's where,
I thought-
that's where the survey came from.
Mhm, mhm. I agree. I will go to the next Board of Health and I will call the principal. And if I had known, which I didn't, that the school committee was meeting last night, I would have gone and done some public participation there with this. But anyway, I just want to add this one thing. When I did speak to Trevor Brusso at the, because they made this in conjunction with this Leicester Regional Public Health Coalition, I asked him, why would you ask a young child if they are sexually active?
Ma'am,
And,
it's really only 2 minutes.
okay. He said he has to get the demographics to get the money for programs.
Well, thank you for that. We'll take it under advisement. And like I said, if you could have, approached those boards with your concerns, those are the ones that are more involved with that, especially the Board of Health, since they're the ones that put out the survey.
Okay. Well, if it's already gone to the school, the damage is
I don't know
done.
if it has.
Well, Trevor Brusso said it was being
Yeah.
sent electronically.
Then you'll need to talk to them.
Okay, sure will.
All right. Anyone else? All right.
Can I give this to you now?
You can, we'll review it at the next meeting.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
take it.
I wanted to write it down, and if I could have a minute, I just would like to just say really quick that Small Town Pride is a safe event to educate and, create a safe space for the LGBTQIA community, so that people understand the community and we can work on making it a safer place for them.
Okay, thank you. All right, announcements. You want to read the Friends?
Okay, so this is an update from the Friends of the North Brookfield Townhouse to the Board of Selectmen and the people of North Brookfield. Activity within the Friends organization was substantial in 2022, following an equally busy 2021. Over the past 3 years, we've raised over $50,000 from fundraising efforts and have secured over $355,600 in grant funding. One of these grants, a $35,000 award from the Massachusetts Cultural Council, came with a matching requirement. To date, with donations from members and supporters, the Friends are less than $10,000 short of meeting the match to activate this entire award, resulting in a total of $70,000 in available funding. The funds from the Commonwealth's One Stop grant received this past fall will be used for final construction documents from the Worcester-based architectural firm who have done valuable work for our project in the past. These construction documents represent an important hurdle to overcome before we can begin our capital campaign. The plans are expected to be completed in the summer of 2023. As our group meets weekly to plan for multiple fundraising programs and further grant application targets in 2023, we'd like to express appreciation for our members and other helpful townspeople, especially those who continue to support the noble effort of renovating the North Brookfield Townhouse, either with their wallets or by giving their time and talents. The active members of the Friends are but a small group of hardworking volunteers. The townhouse belongs to the town of North Brookfield, and when renovated, will serve to benefit the people of North Brookfield and surrounding communities. As cost estimates from our final construction documents will show, renovating the townhouse is an expensive proposition. While we are confident that our goal is attainable, it is our belief that ultimately, successful renovation can only be achieved by widespread involvement of our community members and municipal committees led by the Board of Selectmen. Perhaps the linchpin in this regard is the Downtown Development Committee, formed in 2018 upon the recommendation of nationally respected preservation professionals. The importance of the Downtown Development Committee was reinforced later by opinion of state funding organizations Mass Development and Urban Land Institute. The DDC has been instrumental in generating opportunities for growth of the entire downtown district. In addition to providing safety for pedestrians, plans called for the Complete Streets grant won by the DDC eventually will assure handicap access for the townhouse. The Friends and the DDC act as codependent partners in the quest to create a healthy, thriving downtown North Brookfield. In summary, our objectives for 2023 include obtaining final construction documents, continue ongoing fundraising and project promotion, target suitable grants and complete grant applications, expand the size of Friends membership, especially the number of active members, regularly inform both Board of Selectmen and townspeople of our activity, and collaborate with town committees in the best interests of the project. Sincerely, Jim Buzzell, President of the Friends of the North Brookfield Townhouse.
Thank you. All right, and then we got from the Office of the Town Clerk, the 2023 offices for election in North Brookfield, the annual town election, Monday, May 1st. Polling place at North Brookfield Senior Center, 29 Forest Street, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Offices and candidates that we know of at the moment are as follows. Selectmen for 3 years, Jason Petritis, papers are taken out. School committee for 3 years, there are 2, Timothy Canada, papers taken out, and Matt Grant. School committee for 2 years, Tanya Matthews, papers are taken out. School committee for 1 year, John Magario, papers taken out. Water commissioner for 3 years, James Grace, he's not running for re-election, and it doesn't appear that we have anybody running for that. Assessor for 3 years, Priscilla Johnson, papers returned. Board of Health for 3 years, Ethan Malad, papers taken out. Joanne Carey, papers taken out. John Tripp, papers taken out. Cemetery commissioner for 3 years, Kirk Burnham, papers taken out. Library trustees for 3 years, Betty Wolfing, papers taken out, and Scott Norrie. Planning board for 5 years, John Tripp, papers taken out. Playground committee for 3 years, Mario Polanco. Playground committee for 2 years, and playground committee for 1 year. We don't have anybody running for those spots. Southwestern County Regional Vocational School Committee for 3 years, Donald Gillette, papers are taken out. Housing Authority for 5 years, we have 2, Mary Waitina and Carol Ryback, both have returned their papers. And Constable for 3 years to fill a vacancy. And that's what we have so far.
Jason, I'm not running for Board of Health. Do I tell that to Tara? Is that how it's done?
You can do that, yep.
Okay.
All right.
Ashley, do you have a copy of that?
The last day to submit nomination papers to the registrars is Thursday, March 9th at 5 p.m. You should have one here.
I didn't see one.
Last day to withdraw, Wednesday, March 29th at 5 p.m. Last day to register to vote for the annual town election and annual town meeting, Thursday, April 20th, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. All right. And that ends our regular meeting. We have an executive session for reason number 2. I'll entertain a motion to enter executive session. We will exit executive session only to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All right, Jason Petritis, yes.
John Tripp, yes.
Brooke Canada, yes.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.